So I was down there, Costa Rica, man, for a few days. Had a fucking blast, man.
Best trip ever?
Best trip ever so far to date. Nah, but I'm a man who hasn't been a lot of places now.
I know. You only recently learned how to fly.
Yeah, so I'm about, what, 2 years in on the flies? but I've been flying a lot in those 2 years.
There you go.
All right, now, I'm going to talk about what people want to hear, which is the prostitutes in Costa Rica. We're going to get there. We're going to get there, and I'm going to tell everything that is possibly there to tell. All right?
I'm just going to clap. All right.
But let's go to the other stuff.
There is other stuff?
Yes, there's definitely other stuff.
Oh.
All right. Now, first of all, I had a great trip. At the end, I got stuck in Costa Rica, though. Let's start there.
Customs issue?
It's all positives, but the one negative is I got stuck in Costa Rica. So the plane had a malfunction and on it, whatever, some mechanical issue. So I went with like a group of about 15, 20 guys, but I was the only one that had to stay.
Wait a minute, you guys were 15 deep out there?
Yeah.
I thought it was like
more.
4 or 5 guys.
No, maybe a few more, but yeah.
Are we sure the country had enough prostitutes? You could have been taxing the limits.
We're gonna get there, man.
Oh wow.
So so I was the only one got left behind, and so.
Just your seat had a mechanical issue, or what's
No,
going on?
the entire plane. So
okay.
I'm saying I had a different flight than all the other guys.
Okay,
I had a different flight
okay.
than all the other guys. So yeah, so they had to whatever, put me up in a hotel, things like that. So I had to stay longer than I needed to.
Was it a decent hotel?
It was a decent hotel. Hotel. The spot where there was no prostitute. So
Was there a Skinamax?
But free food and stay, whatever. But I couldn't use my phone. You don't have phone service over there unless you tell your company that you're going over whatever another country, and they just tax you an extra $20 a day, which that's fucking ridiculous.
You're only there for 3 days. Okay.
No, man.
Spend
it ended up being longer than 3 days because
4 days. Spend $80 and stay connected to the world.
No, I use Wi-Fi when I'm at the place, and you can use the WhatsApp. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm a cheap skate. All right. So, all right. That's that part. That's the bad part.
Chuck Wagon.
A lot of
comment. He's like, it wasn't 15 black folk that actually showed up for that trip.
So that's the bad part. Let's get to the good part because there's a lot of good parts about the Costa Rica and the Costa Rica vacation. All right. So. Yeah. We did some ATV riding, and on ATVs, I put up a picture on my social media, and I was scared as shit because they had us going up these big-ass mountains.
Hey, had you ever ridden an ATV before?
I had never ridden an ATV before, okay. But it's not like you just ride in the street. You're going up these fucking large hills because you're on a mountain, and it's raining, it's mud sliding everywhere, you're in fucking nature. The guy's telling you, watch out, don't put your hand on the thing because that's a poisonous frog. That's a poisonous
frogs?
Yeah, different color frogs, man.
I didn't know frogs were poisonous.
Yeah, they had a blue frog and a fucking yellow frog. You know what I'm saying? So you just had to watch out, All right. And there's other people on the trail. So like you'll be on a mountain and it's like a small thing, and you got one group coming this way, you're going that way, and the cliff is right there. You know what I'm saying? You got rocks and shit. Anyway,
so you have to like get to the side as best you can to let the other group pass,
yes,
or vice versa.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So were you like in an Airbnb or like a resort type setup?
It was almost like a resort type setup of a hotel-ish. All right. So, and we were set up right smack dab in the middle of the action. All right, so we didn't have to like drive or go anywhere only for the ATVs. But as far as partying, which is next, we did a lot of partying. We're in the middle of everything, so we could just walk to the different clubs. They had a club in our resort hotel thing.
Okay, cool.
All right. So
are you guys on the water at this point or no?
Where?
Your resort is the hotel? On
yeah,
the
beach. Yeah, it's right there.
Right, okay.
2 minutes walking distance. All right.
Then you had to go inland to do the.
Yeah, I had to go
ATV
inland
stuff.
and do the
Okay,
ATV
cool,
and
cool,
zip line and all that stuff.
Did you do zip lining?
No, did not do zip lining. That's not a part of my No.
I love zip lining, man.
No, man, I'm not going to zip line, doing any of that. But they had all of that stuff there in Costa Rica. All of that stuff that you can imagine has something to do with that adventurous things.
Nice.
All right, now to the partying.
Here we go.
So there's girls everywhere, and naturally there's like, of course, there's American women too, and Costa Rican, but you know they also have like Panamanians. It's other. You'll find a couple of Dominicans, and that's important because when you're there, some of the guys they go there strictly for the girls that they're gonna pay for something, and then that's what that's for. Now prostitution is legal in Costa Rica, so the first thing that grabbed me was how natural and like how it's just a second nature there. Like no one looks at it differently. Like even the women, like that's not technically prostitutes.
Not technically.
Yeah, because everyone they're all working. Like they all have a price. You know, even the ones that's not actively working.
Even the women here have a price.
No. I'm talking about in direct exchange for services. Like you go up to a woman here, like, hey, I have 300. Let's go. They're gonna smack you like it's crazy. Call the police. And some may take you up on that 300.
That's right.
But here, I'm talking about everyone, whether they're a bartender, whether they're fucking the hotel clerk, whether they're, you know what I mean? Because what you grow to find out, I found out a lot over course of these 4 days, is that they all have a side hustle as well. Like they all work. They either work or have multiple side hustles.
Oh, so somebody may be working as the front desk person at the hotel,
but they're also
doing something else.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha,
yes.
Gotcha.
So no matter what club you go to, what? All right. So that's what I learned. And and the guys found out that I know a little Spanish, right? So I'm talking to the women, you know what I mean, whatever, just trying to get more information. And I'm an information guy. I love information. And I took Spanish 1, Spanish 2. Shout out to Ed Jordan in Winter Park High School.
And you remembered it all this time later?
Well, and also the first girl that I ever talked to, she was half Spanish. So, you take those 3 things, and I know a little bit, más y menos, more or less. So, all right. So the girls, so the main thing I want to get out in this conversation is we go over as a group, and the sentiment of the group, the OGs of the group, they say, hey, we're not going over this price. If this is what you're doing, if you're over here and you're going to do that, you're not going over this price, because the girls will try to go. But once you go to 200, 300, 400, you're going to fuck it up for the rest of the group. That's so no matter what she looks like, no matter what she's doing, you can't go over this price. You're going to fuck it up for everybody else. The women over there, all right, they're going to first come with you with these outrageous prices. And then let me establish this. Anybody that knows me, it's up to you whether you want to believe that I'm partaking in these festivities. It's up to you whether you believe I'm partaking or not. I'm just giving you the information of what I learned while I was over there. That's all I'm doing. All right, that's all I'm doing. Now, the girls over there, they're gonna hit you with a crazy price up front. They're gonna be like, whatever, 300 for this, but they're gonna be like, they say, papi, suck, fuck, 300, everything, booty hole, whatever you like. That's what they say. And
are we talking U.S. currency or?
Yes, U.S. currency.
Okay.
So that's what they say. All right, because a lot of them, they're coming up to you. But like I said, you'll go to a club, you see maybe 150, whatever size club you're going into. The ones who are actively working, they're going to be the ones, some of them that's less attractive, right? So they're going to come up to you and they're going to be aggressive. All right. So they're going to come up to you with these outrageous prices. Now, what you have to do is you have to negotiate. Now, some people have it harder than others. I'm going to give you an example. I'm at the bar, all right? I'm at the bar, and this older white guy, he says, hey, bro, can I ask you a question, man? Can I ask you a question? And I was like, yeah, man, go ahead. He says, like, all the girls in here are telling me it's like 300. Is that the new price? That just seems too high, man. How are you guys doing it? I said, man, you have to let them know. Like, you have to give them a hard number and tell them take it or leave it and whatever. And once again, this is just my experience, what I'm learning over there. It's up to you whether you want to believe I'm partaking or not, all right? So, and he says, and I said, listen, towards the end of the night, it's more women in here than guys. The ratio is like 70-30. It's literally like 70-30. In every club we're going to, it's 70-30 or even 80-20. All right. And they're all working. So they're not all going to leave with men. So and this is how I'm breaking it down to them. So you have to think like that in those terms. The same girl that's talking about 300 right now, you catch her in another hour and a half. She hasn't made any money.
25. Throw in anal.
All right. So and my point to that is, unfortunately, older white men have the hardest, the tougher time over there, trying to lower the price because they think of them as rich guys, and they're like, you have the money to pay me, this amount that I'm asking for. So that's why I'm standing firm. They look at us like poor Americans. So I feel like we have an easier time negotiating the prices.
So what was the hard price set by the OGs for you guys not to exceed?
100.
100.
100. And if you were really special, you broke the price down to 70 or 60. You know what I mean? If your talk game was and you stood firm, or if you went down, much down in quality. You know what I mean? You went much down in quality. The older women, bigger women, less attractive women, you're gonna have an easier time breaking that price down. But they all want what the next girl is getting. You see what I'm saying?
But there's got to be some reality check to.
There has to be, and you have to put them in that reality.
Did you see some women where you're like, why are you doing this?
As far as what, like you don't have to do this?
No, like.
Why is your price 300 or 200?
You're so fat or so ugly, like this just can't possibly work for you.
No, because everyone has a type, and that's why everyone works. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying, like. And there's some that don't do it every day. There's some that, whatever the case may be.
Kind of like Uber driving.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So, so like Uber driving. So that's what it is over there. It's all about that. You got to negotiate your price, set a hard limit if you go with a group, and negotiate the price. Well, no matter what they say, you go down. And they have some that are like dollar store, Walmart prices. And like, for example, there was a girl that was just hanging out all fucking day at our resort type hotel, whatever you want to call it. And she's not even supposed to be in there. She's like sneaking her way in every day. Her price was $40. Way lower than everyone else, but she's not ugly. She's attractive. She's thick, big booty. She's she's decent looking. She's
Did you ask her why her price was low?
No, but she didn't speak any English, like any English. All she knows is 40, and she knows suck and fuck. That's it. That's all she knows. And and a friend of mine was like, looking up Google translating, and she put in like whatever $40 for everything. That's what she said. And I was like, damn. And then
we don't want any misunderstandings here.
Yeah, but
if I drop this 40, we know what's gonna go down.
It's just like when you go in a store and it's like the two same products, but one is like literally $300 and one is $40. You're like, damn, the price. Like, I don't want to buy this.
Is she toting a disease?
Yeah, right. You just don't. Why is your price $40 for the same fucking thing? I don't understand. So, a lot of guys stayed away, and some guys took advantage of it. Now, once again, it's up to you whether you want to, what I'm saying? I don't know, but I know that some guys took advantage of it.
So what is the move? You negotiate a price. Do they take you to a room, or do you take them back to your place?
Yeah, you take them back to your room.
Okay.
Or to your place, whatever that case may be.